Yeah, I think we're going to have to come back to the Liverpool defence, but for
Yeah,
now,
we'll leave that another day. I just want
yeah,
to get a little shot in.
fall under barge pole, don't touch wither. That's
Basically.
that's my advice.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 76 of FPL Bros. This is Kojo.
And Jamie?
How you doing, Jamie?
Oh yeah, I'm doing pretty well in terms of FPL and also in terms of just general PL, I guess. How about you?
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, so we've not been around for a while, but here we are to tell you what you should probably be expecting for game week 11. Okay. Real life has really been kicking my behind. So apologies for that. Also, if you're listening on YouTube, press like and hit subscribe, all that good stuff to help us out. Thank you very much.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Okay, so I suppose we can discuss what happened last week, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. No, let's run through it. Last week was an interesting game week. Particularly for me particularly. I got a total of 72 points. Had some big hitters with Cancelo. Cancelo had a fantastic week. Martinelli had a fantastic week. Haaland scored as he did. Trippier clean sheet. The average was quite low last week at 60. Well, no, it was at a respectable level at 60, but the highest wasn't that high. It was only at 121. But I think generally I got green arrows all round. If I look across my league, it was actually quite a low scoring week in general for most people. But, how did you?
Yeah, obviously I didn't do as well as you, and I got 67 points. And I'm just going to say I have some unshakable faith in Salah, which some might say is misguided. But which is the reason why I'm not doing as well as everybody else. And I just quickly want to say that in game week 9, I made the mistake of captaining Salah when Haaland scored 23 points. So I took a massive hit that week. And I thought that was a bit harsh. I mean, it's one thing to captain Salah instead of Haaland, but for Haaland to get 23 points in the same week that Salah only gets 5. I mean, did I deserve to be punished that badly?
I don't know if you want to hear my answer.
I can take it.
Yes, is the short answer. I think you were trying to be a bit too clever by half, thinking that Salah would outscore Haaland. I don't know what was going on in your brain.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
If you've been living under a rock for whatever reason, Haaland is a go-to captain choice unless he has one leg, and then I'm not sure because he can still head the ball. They'll just wheel him up and he'll head the ball. So, I think it was harsh, but I think this season your captain pick is more important than ever, and you are really playing with fire, at least more than any other season I've seen when you're playing differential game. Because I think people quite like the idea of like, oh yeah, I'll pick a differential and my differential scores. But did your differential score more than the original pick that should be in that position? Because if it
That's a good point.
Then you must point. That's it.
See, this is it. I hope you're listening, people. There's Jamie kicking straight knowledge here.
Because it's just that simple. Because I think I made the mistake of having differentials. I don't even know who I had in the first week. But in the first few weeks, I was being silly. I was trying to be a bit clever, similar to you. And I thought, oh yeah, I'll get Bailey, and Bailey might get an assist. And then even if he gets the assist, Martinelli got 2 goals. Now what?
Yeah.
Now I look stupid. He got 1 assist, and the other person got 2 goals. It doesn't count if the what's the word? If the template pick scores more points than your differential, it doesn't count.
Exactly.
You need 2 things to be right. You need the template to be low, and you need your differential to be high.
Exactly.
It's a scary decision.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
But let's move on a little bit.
Okay.
This week. I suppose what's happening with a lot of FPL managers league is you've got your transfers to do for game week 11, but then you've also got to consider that in game week 12 you've got a blank. That means that, and the blank is Man City, Arsenal. So most, I would say, I'm just hazarding a guess. There's no stats here, but I would say about 80%, 90%, 100% of all teams have at least 2 Man City players. I would say that much. I feel quite confident about
Well,
that.
I mean,
very shocked.
Apparently, nearly 85% of teams have Haaland in there. So that's 8.5 million teams with Haaland in them.
And I'm pretty sure 80% have Gabriel Jesus as well, or something crazy like that still. So
I think he's still fairly high owned.
Yeah.
I mean, Cancelo is on 55%, 54%, and I don't know what the figures are for Foden.
With De Bruyne's at 36%. So there you go. I mean, the figures are pretty high all around the Arsenal, and then Martinelli's at 48%. So like, you've got some real considerations to do, especially if you've only got 1 or 2 transfers. I think personally, your safest bet is not to take a hit and try and roll out all the players. Just try and be a bit tactical. Try and just put 3 players on the subs bench. Maybe plan 2 transfers ahead. So maybe say you've got 5, put 3 on the sub. Think about which 3 can go on the subs bench or which 3 you want to hold on to. Maybe transfer out some of the higher ones. You've got a bit more money to spread around. Bring in maybe a Son, bring in a Kane, bring in a, I don't know if you really want to get rid of Cancelo. That's probably one of my mainstays. But bring in. I wouldn't say Trent. I don't even know because defensive positions are quite slim pickings. Whereas
it's true.
That's why I'm not sure you'll do the Cancelo, but maybe you'll look into the midfield. Maybe you'll look into the attack where you've got quite favourable fixtures and with other big hitters.
No, that's absolutely right. The idea is to get them down to 3 or less. So you can put out 11 people and just hope nobody gets injured. If it's any help with the defensive picks, some people have mentioned Crystal Palace. There's Gay. Some people have mentioned Zuma at West Ham because apparently they've got some good fixtures. And some people have even mentioned Dunk at Brighton because there's an assumption that they're still going to be well organised under their new manager. But I'm not adding anything to what you said. It is slim pickings. None of those names sound exciting at all.
No, of course, no. It's very difficult. It's going to be a difficult couple of selections, and to be honest, I think this is just we're reaching the part of the season where it's a bit roll the dicey because you just don't know what teams are going to turn up. Literally, you just don't know. No. And every team seems like they might have a goal in like from top to bottom. You just don't know what you might see. So the clean sheets can just go missing. So maybe focus on a bit more of your attacking returns.
True.
If possible.
Some previously reliable defenses have not been looking so reliable at all. On the other hand, the defenses which are looking reliable, you never know who's going to play. Case in point, last week was Spurs and Chelsea. Both Spurs and Chelsea kept clean sheets. And I had Perisic, he got 1 point. And I also had Reece James, he also got 1 point. So perhaps, with the defence, maybe not worry too much about it and even save your money there, if you like as well. I mean, I've got Pope in goal. He's the highest scoring goalkeeper in the whole game, but I can't remember the last time he kept a clean sheet, frankly. So
no, you've just got to go on saves. I mean, I've got Henderson, and I've only got Henderson because he's cheap as chips, and sometimes he returns double figures just on saves alone, just because he's absolutely pelted.
That's fair enough. But I mean, I know a lot of people are rolling with Ward, but people by now, you should know Ward belongs on your bench, and he's there for emergencies only.
I mean, even I don't know. It's like I'm not even sure emergency. This guy, he chucks it. Leicester's have got the worst defense I've seen in a long time. I don't know what goes on there.
Yeah, I mean, the facts speak for themselves. They're scoring goals, but they're just leaking them as well. So don't expect much from anyone who's a defender at Leicester, especially the goalkeeper. I mean, I have a theory about why Ward still gets to keep playing because I think he's good with his feet. He looks decent with his feet, and that's probably the only reason he's in there. But it's basics. Goalkeepers, their job is to keep the ball out of the net. So even if they're good at starting attacks, they ain't keeping the ball out of the net. Some people have lost their jobs for a lot less. That's all I'm saying.
No, for sure. I mean, look, he's got a total of 17 points, and 8 of those points came in the clean sheet that he had against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, that puts it in perspective, guys. In
I,
case you're
I
wondering.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
I can't really think of anybody else. I mean, when Game Week 12 does roll around and people are wondering what to do with Haaland, and some people may... No, I'm sorry, I'm not talking about Haaland. So when Game Week 12 rolls around and some people might think of trading Jesus out, for example, some people have got their eye on Aubameyang, but I have to admit, I haven't given that any kind of thought at all.
No,
It's literally just a name I'm throwing up there.
I think if I'm trading out Jesus, looking at what's Jesus at the moment? What kind of price point are we working with? 8 million.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sticky one.
Mm.
I would. I know this sounds a bit crazy. Call me
Mm-hmm.
nonsense. I would lean towards Welbeck before I lean towards Aubameyang. Welbeck would be playing Nottingham Forest in Game Week 12.
Mm-hmm.
And Welbeck's the point at the end of their attack. He has been up and in and around. He seems a bit nailed on. Brighton do look good when they go forward, and you just have to get on the end of 1 or 2, and that's it.
True.
They're gonna be peppering Forest, I think.
Yeah. No, most definitely. Though that's fair enough. I haven't heard anybody mention Welbeck, but there you go. That's fair enough. I mean, apart from that, I think it's just all the usual suspects. We know that Crystal Palace have some good fixtures, so people are going to be talking about Zaha. I suppose if you want to save money, you could look at Eze and possibly Elise, but I don't know if he's nailed. And then obviously there's Bowen at West Ham. And who else? I don't really know. So I'm trying to be inspired, but there's my inspirational talk. That's it. The inspiration is dribbling away.
Well, let's just say I'm just gonna give it some noise because it seems that that's what's going on Twitter at the moment. At the moment, we've got Reece James. He's on 75% chance playing. He didn't travel with the team to the midweek game. He was actually on EasyJet. So EasyJet and economy. So I'm not sure. People have taken that as a sign that like he's definitely at least like at a 25% chance of playing. But FPL currently have 75% chance. So I'll leave that till last minute to try and hear if you get any team news on him as usual.
Yes.
But they play in Aston Villa, so I don't see them risking him if they don't have to, they won't risk him. So consider that when you're picking your teams. Maybe if you've got a decent bench or if you've got something in the back pocket, then
you could put Cucurella in there because
it could be a straight swap.
Potter seems to like him, and I think he's got more chance of playing. But yeah, no, that's a valid point. Again, I'm going to leave it to the last possible minute, mostly because I don't really have a choice. There'll be a little bit of panicking there. But what's life without a bit of panic over your FPL team on a Friday afternoon?
That's what we do it for sure. And it is Friday afternoon, guys. Don't forget.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's 6:30.
Yeah, it's quite early actually.
It is. Still getting used to the Friday kickoffs.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Let's get some player picks. Have you got anybody in mind? Or should I go first?
You go first, definitely.
Okay. I because I think for this one, I think Liverpool are going to have a small resurgence. I think they played really well in the midweek, and I'm actually gonna put my hat on Salah to do well at the weekend against Man City. I know, call me crazy. It is mad, but I saw him, and I think this is just gearing up for like a real shock.
Have we been here before though? Because everybody was wetting their pants so after they beat Bournemouth 9-0, and then it kind of went pear-shaped.
I mean, yeah, I think Bournemouth was. I don't know. I don't know. I think the thing is, Klopp's hearing a lot about how well Pep's doing, how well Haaland's doing. I think Salah's also hearing it. Salah's has been. It feels like a grudge match. It feels like there's something spicy gonna come. And also, Arsenal are in a title race, so the blood of my enemy. You know what I mean?
Well, look, to be fair, in the last couple of games against City, Salah hasn't done all that badly. He's on penalties. I think last time he scored a penalty against them, And we've seen some amazing goals from Salah against City, so fair enough.
And another player pick would be Maddison. I think that's quite an easy one. Crazy run crazy good run on the running into the Christmas break, the World Cup break. I think the only big team he's got is Man City, but beyond that is Wolves, Leicester, Leeds, Crystal Palace, Everton. So I think he can pick up some points. He could be a long-term pick if you haven't already got him. You must have him if you're listening to this.
No, we're coming into talismanic territory for Maddison. He's always going to play. He's involved in all the set pieces, and he seems to be going well at the moment.
Oh, and one last pick. Sorry, we spoke about a Jesus swap. If Mitrovic is back fit, bring him in. No brainer.
Fair enough. Yeah,
that's it.
Absolutely. No, he's got good fixtures as well. So yeah, and again, he's likely to be involved in anything good that Fulham get up to. All right then. So what am I thinking? Believe it or not, I do think Núñez is worth a look now that Diaz seems to be out. And Klopp seems intent on playing 4 attackers at the moment, although I don't know how long that's going to last because I don't think it's good for Salah. But anyway, I mean, and even though Firmino is really doing quite well, I think Klopp is desperate for Núñez to get going, and in order for Núñez to get going, he's got to play and he's got to start. So by all means, Klopp will have Firmino on the bench and bring him on when he needs him. But Núñez needs to get going. He needs to build up his confidence, get used to the Premier League, because the idea was that eventually he would replace Firmino, I guess. So Núñez is a choice there as well. If you're wondering what to do about not having Jesus, or if Mitrovic is still injured. And have I got thoughts on anybody else? Maybe give Scamacca a go at West Ham. They've got decent enough fixtures, and it looks like he is on fire. He costs, how much does he cost here? Let me have a look.
He's 7. When he first arrived, he was 7, I believe. I'm not sure.
He is, I think he's 6.7.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so he's dropped a little bit. That's not bad.
Yeah. Obviously, playing in the Premier League is not like playing in the Europa Conference League, but the thing about West Ham is that they're looking like their old selves again after what was basically a stinker of a start to the season. And that's pretty much it from your boy there.
Fair enough. I think that's a good pick. Scamacca, I think, what's he got? He's got Southampton, and then he's got a profligate Liverpool defence. So it could look good for them.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
All right then, I think we've come to the end of this week's episode. Thank you very, very much for joining me. I appreciate it. Please hit like, please hit subscribe if you're listening on YouTube and help us out. We're very, very grateful for that. And also watch out for us on Twitter, all the banter, all the memes, all in one place at FPL_Bros. So that's it from me. And bye-bye everyone.
Bye-bye guys.